Hello and welcome to Sacred State Oracle. I'm doing weekly pick a card general readings to receive intuitive messages for you. Feel free to pause the video to tune in and see which card calls to you. It's a general reading, so take what resonates. And remember, no card reading should dictate your life. Always trust your own intuition and use common sense. If you find these readings helpful, feel free to like the video, subscribe, and click the bell so you'll know when a new one is up. Your support means a lot and helps the space grow. With that being said, I'm so glad you're here. Let's dive in. Hello, deck number one, and welcome to this week Pick a Card general reading. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome. We do weekly card readings, and you get to choose a deck. Okay, there's typically 3 cards on the screen, and if you chose card number one, this reading is for you. Every week, I typically ask a general question. And when I was meditating before shuffling the cards, I got the question, what is your soul craving right now? What is your soul desiring right now? So we're either going to see what it is or maybe the block or what things that are stopping you from getting to that. Okay, so let's flip this card over, deck number one, and see what it is for you. You got Deep Diver, diving into a task, card number 10. So it feels that a thing that your soul is desiring right now is dedication of time and effort, as something that's been consuming your mind for a while. It's something that your soul's been nudging you towards to for quite some time. And the time is now. There's nothing like right now to create that space and availability to explore and dive much, much deeper that you allowed yourself before. Because I feel like for some of you, there was this, I don't want to say excuses, but kind of like when you know that if you have to dedicate time to something and it's going to take more time, then you like, oh, maybe not right now because I don't have this much time to dedicate. So you like postpone it, postpone it, postpone it. And what I'm feeling right now is that it's kind of almost like now and never. You know, it's never going to be a good time, but you, deck number one, already been obsessing over it for a while, or already wanting to explore, but kind of been postponing it. But what I'm feeling is now is the time to create space, to create that availability, to dedicate yourself on a serious level and dive into this task, whatever it might be for you, deck number one. It's something that is unknown. You probably just know the surface level of it. And the card invites you to go much, much, much deeper. Like this diver goes past the jellyfish here into the depth, into the darkness, seeking knowledge, seeking connection, seeking understanding. And that is something that your soul is craving right now. Okay? That's pretty cool. Let's see what else you need to know. Deck number one. I have a couple decks here that I'm going to be pulling more cards from. Let me see which one. Still have sniffles from week before when I got sick with a minor cold or something. I don't know what it was, but hope I'm not going to be sniffling into the microphone. It wouldn't sound good. All right, deck number one. What else do you need to know about what your soul is craving right now? Oh, let's see. This card fell on the ground here. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Look at this card. It says soul purpose. Deck number one, it says the calling, awakening, search for meaning, discover, life path, direction, guidance. Okay, so I guess that's what's been on your mind, deck number one, looking for that deeper purpose in life, looking for your calling, plugged by a question, why am I here? What does it mean? It feels like things that you've been focusing on prior now lost its meaning, because when you think about, there's actually nothing meaningful behind it. whatever it was in your life, you're like, well, I don't feel connected. I don't feel fulfilled doing this. Why am I here? So you're going through a deep, deep recalibration and remembrance of the purpose. Why did you agree to come here on earth? And do not look too deep into it sometimes when you think it has to be something so big and profound. Okay. Obviously, what I mean is that, yeah, go deep into that task of finding yourself, but do not get lost in thinking it has to be this amazing, profound thing of saving. Why am I thinking marine life? Like those jellyfish. And actually, you know what? I just noticed that she also sitting by the water. Um, so perhaps it is for you to go and for some of you, obviously, this is very specific that just downloaded to preserve the marine life or be the advocate of it in any capacity. But the sole purpose doesn't not necessarily have to be on a global scale. It could be something as meaningful as um, breaking a generational trauma that you had. So it's something to do for yourself and for your future lineage, I feel that if you are available to go and spend time near the bodies of water, that could bring more clarity in your calling, in your awakening, and in discovering your life path. Also, sitting by the water or doing if you're not familiar, programming of the water, like look it up where you can put your intention in the water and let it sit. Like you just hold your water and put that intention of help me, discover my life path or give me direction or guidance, and then let it sit for a little bit and drink it. It's like one way to do it, but there's other ways to do it to help yourself to connect with it because we are so much water. Um, it is in us, it surrounds us, but it would be very beneficial to cleanse yourself with it as well, is what I'm getting in the increase intake of clear water that you're drinking. Um, but yeah, deck number one, it looks like you are at the point of your life where you said, wait a minute, I need to address this. I need to recalibrate and see where I'm going because things just don't make sense. And I want align my life with a purpose, something that ignites my fire, something that feeds my soul, and I'm ready to explore it. Okay, make time for it because this is big. It's not. It's just. It's. I feel it coming out through you. Just this calling that needs to be honored because it is who you are. Does that make sense? This calling underneath is actually who you are. It's not something that society told you you have to be this and then you get respect and money and all that, or you can't do that because the opposite, right? You can't make money on it, or it's some way looked down on, or whatever it might be. But no, this something is actually you that's been calling and knocking, knocking. I hear like it's knocking. Your soul is knocking. It's craving. It says, "Come on, the time is now. Let's go. Let's dive deep. Let's explore it. Let's just." It's almost like that tarot card full energy, right? Where you just take a leap of faith, but it's a dive into it deeper and see what you can remember more of your purpose, what you can discover. All right, that's pretty cool. Let's see what else is there for you, deck number one. What else you need to know about your soul purpose? Diving into getting to know that. Got two cards. All right, unmarked trails or trail. Revelation. So it feels that you've been guided on this path for a while. You've been getting that nudges from your soul and from your spirit team, pushing you towards what you wanted to what you literally came here for, in that sense of like that soul evolution, the lessons that and the creativity and dedication and changing the life around you. Sometimes you think it's a small way, but it does create that ripple effect. It does change the frequency of whole. And I think maybe why you were putting it away is because you did not, or you don't see it often, or this wasn't done in your family, or like this is something that is not common in your lineage or in your surroundings, and you are one of the first ones to do it. And then maybe the reason why you didn't want to step into it is because you were worried, and still probably is, how your family will take to it. But I feel like you cannot ignore it anymore, and you will get to the point where you're like, I have to do it for myself, you know? I have to do it for myself. And the next card is 42. It says Netcaster. Can you see it? It says preparations come to fruition. Oh my gosh. Can you see it? Can you see it here that she has, no, no, leave it right here. She has net, literally, a net, and it's almost like she's under the water, and she has puffer fish, horse, seahorse here, and bunch of money right there too. Wow. What did I tell you about the marine life preservation or conservation? What did I say? Well, basically, yes, protect the land and water around us, the oceans and all that. This is going on. Okay. I hope you can see this. That is so cool. She's literally catching the creatures of the sea here. Wow. Preparation come to fruition. Perhaps then you were also working in that direction. Oh, I'm getting someone has not had, some of you did not have necessarily fully, how to say it, fully believe that it will come to what you have been preparing for. Or for others of you, you start to see how your life been preparing you to this moment. Things that maybe didn't make sense in the past, things maybe that disappointed you, things that were quite abrupt, that changed your path, and been really challenged through it and wondering why, what the heck, how can I pass this? How can I go through it? Why is it blinking? It just started blinking. What is that? Why is it blinking like that? I don't know what's going on, but anyways, you've been preparing to it because it aligns with the soul purpose. This is really fascinating to me that this information came through. Um, Whatever that is, you're stepping into your more of it, into your soul purpose, more of your life path, more of your calling. So you are really getting deeply um, connected to it because now you are awake. Okay. And that is what your soul is craving right now. I hope you listen to this craving and will step into the full embodiment of it. If you enjoy this reading, feel free to leave a comment. If it resonated, I'm very curious what your symbolism with sea life is and water in general. But like both of those ones, it feels like they're under the water and she's sitting next to the water, right? Um, yep. All right. This was really interesting reading. I'll talk to you next week. Hello, deck number 2. Welcome to this week's Pick a Card general reading. I am so excited to have you here. Before I shuffle the cards, I meditated, and the question that came through was, what is your soul craving right now? And so the cards that we're going to get, I'm going to point out into the direction of what your soul needs, wants right now, or the blockages or the obstacles that are on the way to understand what it might be that you know but maybe not realizing what it means. Because I know that we get the nudges, we get those impulses, but not always we're listening. We rationalize, we try to be logical about things. But the question for this week, for the week ahead, is what is that your soul craving right now? So let's flip this card and see what it is for you, deck number 2. That's a beautiful card. Number 48, it says Sky Dancers, Surrender. Let me tune into the full moon is coming. Not sure what date it is, but I know it's on the horizon there. But it's almost like the sense that I'm getting through the card is like you are not allowing yourself to pause enough to celebrate your small breakthrough, your big breakthrough. You just kind of power through things. And I feel like for some of you, the invitation is to actually slow down and celebrate. I feel some of you went through a deep transformation. And as with anything, there's times that we need to pause. Like, when your body needs to heal, you need to pause. You need to lay, sleep, nourish it. And the same with energetic upgrades. I know a lot of times when people go through energetic upgrade, then they will sleep or they get like flu-like symptoms, and it's just the way it is. Like it needs that downtime. It's almost like your body needs to catch up to the different frequency. And I feel when I look at this card that many of you went through a deeper transformation, and now you need to surrender and be like, okay, like it's almost like I trust that I'm at the right place at the right time right now. I trust that whatever happened with me needed to happen. I trust that it's for my highest good. I trust it so that this happened because I can now see the light of Creator. I can be that vessel. I can feel the love through me. I can honor who I am. I got to meet the darker parts of myself. I can integrate them. I was in this, cocoon, and now I am opening my wings and I can fly and open up and actually, for the first time in many years, be honest with myself, be honest with who I am. I am not going to pretend, not for myself, not anymore. I am going to be so honest with who I am, at least to myself. And that is what I'm getting through this card. Okay, deck number 2, let's pull another card and see what other messages are coming through. What else is your soul desiring right now? Another thing I just heard is don't try so hard. Don't try so hard. All right, I have a few decks here. Let me see which one I should pull the card for you from. Okay. Deck number 2, what else? Such a cute card. I'm not super familiar with this deck. Only pulled from it a number of times. I haven't seen this card before. Something to do with the full moon, as I said, too. Maybe it's time to slow down and really just not overwhelm yourself with to-do lists or demands. Okay, guys, you got the loved ones in spirit. Oh my goodness, look. There are little bugs everywhere, all around you. So, as this card states, loved ones are in spirit. And then perhaps for some of you, the surrender that needed is so that you can actually feel at peace and connect more with the loved ones that are on the other side. Uh, I feel like for you, deck number 2, you know when you receive messages from your loved ones, but surrendering it will help you to just be in that flow where it even more, it's like becomes easier to notice and see it because you're in tune with it. You are at peace. You are moving, you're slowing down the way you flow through life and your everyday. If you allow yourself to pause and in those quiet moments where you're not just doom scrolling on the phone or something or immersed in binge watching a show, it's actually like could be something more meditative where the signs become more appear how to say it, the signs become more um, pronounced, like you become more sensitive and it's easier for you to read them. But that interesting how the insects correlate as the signs from the loved ones, and perhaps like dragonflies, ladybugs, butterflies have a meaning for you as well as like feathers, which is like usual, typical sign that we associate with the loved ones. I just love when it connects that way, like the deck number 1 also had very very connected cards that talked about marine life and sea creatures, and you guys, deck number 2, are getting insects. That's very interesting. But you are loved. They're still checking in on you, and part of what your soul crave right now is a connection with the loved ones as well, and not only the ones that are in spirit. So what I just felt is like, what is this blinking? It's doing it again. I'm sorry, I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's blinking right now. Is it my phone? But it's, sorry, I get distracted by it. But what I wanted to say is that you are also will benefit from connecting with people here on this side of things, like your friends, your soul tribe, your family. And I'm getting a lot like um, throat chakra energy. Perhaps you need to make a phone call, connect through the phone, through your voice, if you can go see them. All right, deck number 1. I'm sorry, deck number 2. Let's see what else your soul is craving right now. What else do you need to know? My God, I wish you would see this. This card just like flipped in my deck. Wow. I feel like I don't even need to tell you anything. I'm going to start crying. Guys, deck number 2. Your soul is craving the family, the ancestral healing. It's all about the inheritance, legacy, foundation, um, children, and parents. It's all about the family right now, the love with the family, the family that was before you, the family that will be here after you. It's this continuation. It's just like this love that never ends. I feel some of you doing this work right now that helps you, helps at the same time the generation in the past and generations ahead of you. There's this connection with your ancestral lineage. You're blossoming again, like it feels like you've been through some kind of transformation. You're blossoming into this person that is able to connect through healing. There is support. There is support of the lineage. There is support of family around you. There's something huge happening for you, deck number 2, in that sense, because this connects people that your loved one that's already transitioned, but also there's a big focus on the ones that are still surround you. You know how I said before I pulled this card that there is this sense that you need to call and connect or see your friends and family, because family doesn't need to be blood family either. It could be someone that you adopted or connected with. um, your friends that could be as your family, your soul tribe, where you love them as your blood family. It's just so beautiful that I am really struggling to put it into the words for you, deck number 2. But I feel like intuitively, you will know what this is about, because this is not just words that come through. There's energy that comes through. There's messages that come through just for you. When we do these readings, you will know what you need to know through this. And I almost like want to honor this by closing the session right now, because it's not even like for me to deliver that message. I feel like you will know, deck number 2, that your soul is craving that connection, the connection with the family. There's something so deep and special for you. Thank you for tuning in this week, deck number 2. If this resonates, leave a message, leave a comment below. I'd be really curious to know. Hello, deck number 3. Welcome to this week Pick a Card general reading. Before I shuffled my cards and pulled them, I meditated, and the question that came through was, what is your soul craving right now? So we're either going to find out what it is that it's craving right now, or perhaps what challenges or obstacles are in the way to achieve what it really wants. So if you're ready, deck number 3, let's go. Let's flip this card over and see what's going to say. Transmuting pain, fool's embrace. Ooh, another full moon card. Deck number 2 got a full moon in the card as well. This card is number 2222. So the upcoming full moon might be significant for you. Deck number 3, transmuting pain. So for you, I feel that what the soul is craving is not putting your pain on hold, not repressing it, not avoiding it, not numbing it, not doing any of those things that postpone sitting and embracing this pain that you're going through, because that pain needs to be acknowledged. It could be physical, it could be emotional, it could be like, it's almost like I don't know how to describe it, but the thing is that it needs to be seen and witnessed by you, nobody else but by you. You will have to sit in the dark with it, and then I don't mean like actual dark room, but in the dark of like not knowing where that relief will come from, and embrace it and thank it for the lessons, because there is always the lessons in things if we are willing to see it, if we're willing to give a chance, if we're willing not to be so stubborn, not so closed-minded in a way sometimes, not being not owning our responsibility in the situation, but also forgetting to be kind to ourselves and understanding that we are just going through these experiences and we're doing the best we can. But this has been boiling up, and the soul urges you to finally address it before it gets any further, before it starts showing and manifesting even more strongly in your health and in your way of living day to day, because they're going to be occurrences in your life even more so if you're holding on to certain energies and pushing them away and accumulating it, and it's not going anywhere, and it just sits in your energy field and sits in your, like someone I know used to say, issues in your tissues, that will restore our issues in our tissues. And if this is not processed, if this pain is not processed, it sits in your tissues, and there is more likely evidence of it in your physical well-being, in your mental well-being. So this card invites you to embrace yourself and love yourself as you sit with the pain, so you can release it. And perhaps the next full moon you can do a releasing ritual. Okay. But experience it deeper, like, so you can honor what it is. Whatever pain you might have, honor it. Don't go away. Don't hide from it. Okay. It needs to be acknowledged. Your soul finally wants you to face it, to talk to it. Huh. Interesting. It says it wants to talk. It wants you to talk to it. So let's see what else we're gonna what kind of messages we're gonna receive for you, deck number 3. Okay. What else do you need to know? What else your soul is craving right now? Nudging you, nudging you. You haven't been really listening, because there's always this guidance. There's always this pulls and intuition hits. Okay. Oh my gosh, look at that. Wow. We got another full moon here. Lay of the land, ancestral wisdom. When I pulled this card, what I felt came to what I felt, and what energy comes through to translate into the language is sometimes difficult for me. So I apologize, but it's like there is this so much of inheritance for you. You have no idea how you can be standing tall, basically on top of the mountain, and looking at everything, at the layout of the land, and know who you are. And like, it's not actual land. To me, it feels energetic inheritance. The ancestors that have been before you, they forge who you are. They gave you not only their traumas, sure, we'll hear about it all the time, but do you hear about ancestral wisdom, ancestral strength, ancestral transmutation of energies, when they've learned to deal with things, and that was carved into your DNA as well. And there's this inheritance that you could be, like, in a way, stepping into that inheritance if you could only allow yourself to see, and stepping out of that cocoon of pain that you put in, like, that you're kind of submerged in. It's almost like you put this big bag over your head, energetically speaking, and so you cannot see anything but this darkness, because this bag is on you. But you need to transmute the pain and honor it, so that you can remind yourself, wait a minute, I am not as helpless as, what is the word that I'm thinking? Faulted? Flawed. I'm not as flawed as, I believe I was, or I think I am, or someone told me I was. There is this inheritance of your ancestral wisdom, ancestral power, and wow. Wow, wow, wow. Deck number 3, you can totally step in. And I think your soul is like on a mission right now, because it wants you to remember how powerful you are. It does not want you to be, under that bag that I mentioned, because when you're under the bag, you cannot see things that you could possibly see when you're a little bit higher up. Does it make sense? A different point of view. And when something was erased, something new could be built on. I don't know what that means, but that's what I got. You can build where something was erased, leveled. You can rise. And yeah, the moon, upcoming full moon, is significant. I am getting worried about how powerful this moon is going to be based on the cards and the readings right now. Not to scare anyone, but it's like, if you are sensitive, like I am sometimes, like the full moons are pretty like emotionally charged and difficult. So I'm like, oh my gosh, are we in, like, is something in the store for us? You know what I mean? Okay, deck number 3. Let's continue. Let's continue. Oh, okay. And I just got that. So for some of you, visiting the land of your ancestrals could be super beneficial for you, because energetically you can connect with that lineage and receive more guidance and upgrade, energetic upgrade even. I don't know how that works. I'm just a messenger. So let's see. What else? What else do you need to know? Deck number 3. I'm looking at my decks here, see which ones I should pull from. And I think this is the winner here. Wow, wow, wow. This week's readings are on a totally different level. I think just super profound, profound is the word. Okay, deck number 3. What else? It's almost like his head in the card number 22 is a kingdom itself. I don't see it as spikes. When I look at it, I see a kingdom, the top of the mountain, you know? Whoa, 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 whoa. Nope. Let's see. That's too much. That happens sometimes, but I don't take the cards when they are Spirit. What the heck? There's big energies coming through, okay? I'm knocking all my cards. You want me to use a different deck? What's going on here? Actually, you guys, I've been trying to shuffle and get the cards out, and I have to honor this, what feels the most connected for me. And this is it for you, deck number 2. The main messages are here in those 2 cards, and I have to honor it. So just to go back to is that your soul right now is craving release of the pain. Your soul is craving for you to see that your inner child could be nurtured and attended to, but it doesn't need to be in the driver's seat of your life any longer. And then remembering your ancestral wisdom and land, and even spiritual, even like energetically, that inheritance from the strength of your ancestrals will allow you to step up in your life, where you can truly own who you are and don't have to hide behind and see a bigger perspective of things. And so I have to honor that this feels where I need to stop for this week and deliver you the messages with just 2 cards, which are still super profound. Let me know how it resonated. I appreciate you tuning in. Didn't expect the ending like this, but this feels right and this feels complete. And I wish you a wonderful week ahead. Take care, deck number 3.